Yes, so that was Fraud Heartless. Dude, I love it. So you know me, I'm a sucker for melody, so of course I was gonna love that melody coming in on the build. It needed more sub in the drop. Drums sounded fine. Probably a little bit more body on the snare. Let me just take one quick last listen to the drop. Yeah, in all honesty, like you've got the mid basses there, you've got like the chords and the drums, and the high end of the drums, it sounded sick. I think you're really just missing the low end. So either push that sub up or get like a different sub in there with some harmonics. Other than that, that's sick. Love the heavy drop. My only issue is I feel like that lead should have come out, you know. Let me. Oh, wrong drop. Wrong drop, my bad. You know the dun 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 dun. I feel like that should have been took out for this drop entirely, unless it's for like a little 2-bar switch up at the end of like the heavy stuff, and then going back into the heavy stuff. But I feel like once all those growls and stuff come in, take that lead line out and just push up your growls a little bit so that they're at the forefront. I think if you get your growls and you sub right, I don't think you need to fill it out with any like melody lines, because that kind of takes away from like the big dirtiness of like a heavy drop. But absolutely love in the third drop where you have a mix of the growls and the chords and everything sort of comes back. Love it, man. Right, so up next we have a remix of Miles Away by Second Road, which is one of the Patreon subs, so big shout out to you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Stepping through the moonlit night between just you and I, and every breath I take seems like you're breathing me to life. Your eyes, they show, your heart, it knows, your hands say go, take it slow. When you fall into my arms, you're making me flow. Stepping through the moonlit night between just you and I, every breath of you and I'm deeper into flight. The words you say take me away, and time slows down, we don't press play. Cause when you fall into my arms, you're making me fly.
Oh yeah, I love that. Look guys, I've got some like notes for the tracks that I'm thinking. Would you guys want me to just sort of talk you through what I think, or do you want me to spend a little bit of time and show you some of the tips that I'm talking about, like pull in some samples and do a little bit of production stuff, or is that longing it out? Like, you guys let me know in the chat what you'd like to do. Second option. Okay, sweet. So the overall is more detailed stuff. That's sweet. Like, I'm happy to do that. So the notes I've got is like bigger snares on both build-ups. So what I'm thinking is, like, to me that snare sort of comes in kind of lacking power. Let's see what snares we got. And oh, damn it, come on. I know one of these is... I'm going to come back to that 32 one, I know how. No, that one. That's the sort of thing I'm thinking about. Alright, let me put it on this. Yeah. You can hear it already without any processing on it whatsoever. Just something like... I don't think it needs all this stuff coming after. Something like that. And then if we beef it up with something like a drum bus... This plugin's so sick. Holy shit, this is that already. But we don't want to go mental with it. Let's dampen it out a bit. So let's take it down a little bit. And you know, you get the idea. So I think that on both builds, more sub on the drop. The rest of the layers sound great, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. I think the rest of the layers are working with what's currently there. Increase the drop, like on Fraud's track just before, or put another drop in there with more sub, but that's a standard thing. I'm not really going to dwell on that too much. What else do I have? Oh, on the drop, turn up the rides a little bit, you know, like it's over the top. I'm not even sure if you have any rides on there. But anyway, let me show you. Like, these two rides always work great in combination. And just something as simple as... We turn them up a little bit. Let me play it like that. Like, you can just hear already how much sort of drive and movement the rides are giving. So especially when you turn that sub up, you're going to have like a more full sounding drop. It's already sick. I just think those two things in combination would make that a lot better. I think I had one more. More bass on the second chorus. Especially as there's no drums on the second chorus, like you're going for sort of a breakdown section. Where is it coming? So if we threw in just like a respace, where am I going? There. Right, now here's where you guys are going to see how much I suck at music theory and finding the right notes. Like, this takes me forever. In fact, best way to do it is spectrum. So that's a G. I mean, you should have heard that, how much that makes a difference already. A sharp, F. And it's probably going to a C. So we've got G. Wrong part, my bad. Nice, down slightly more and somewhere around here. That would just add to the overall like emotion of the track. And just, I don't know, there's something about low end that just gives emotion to like a breakdown when you've got nothing like drum wise going. But other than that, dude, absolutely wicked track. I love it. Love the guitar as well, especially on the outro. That sounds absolutely wicked. Right, so next up we have Quinn, No Deeper Sea. God damn. Fuck. That one's pretty hard to critique, especially on the drop. I really don't have much feedback for that other than it's sick. Drums are really punchy. I think in these gaps here, that's my only critique. In these gaps, I feel like there should be something else. Like, you keep it like that, but you could do like some sort of drum fills or even some sort of reverse drum fills, just something to give it a bit of variation. Just because it goes from absolute craziness to, I feel like it goes a bit too like almost silent. So a bit of variation in those gaps, and more variation, I think, on the breakdown. I feel like compared to the drop, I feel like you should maybe put in like a little bit, if the song's not already planned for release, this is anyway. Spend some time on the break to try and add some variation, because I think you've only got like the melody and like a pad that's underneath it. Which is really cool, but it sort of keeps repeating, because then you have like this section here, which is sick. I love those. I don't know if they're real guitars or fake guitars, but whatever they are, it absolutely works. And then it goes back to the same thing again. I feel like that part here would be sick if you went into like, if you've got Omnisphere, they've got some like great distortion stuff that sound absolutely mental, especially when you when you automate the pitch. You could do something really cool there leading up into this part and then just go into this. That would sound sick. If there's a bit of craziness just before it went to that, with some sort of risers and some, just so you know that something aggressive is coming. But yeah, other than that, it's my only feedback. Sounds absolutely wicked. Let's quickly jump in the comments. What everyone's saying. Yo, what you saying, Andrew? Yes, Nine World. Yeah, everyone's got the same comments about this track. Like, it was sick. Dom, the tracks are in the feedback live stream part. I think it's in the culture code part of Discord. For Vision, if you could show them where that is afterwards, please, mate, that'd be really appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, the music box sound is fucking sick. Right. You lot need to be ready to laugh at my second drop. Hey, there's nothing wrong with 2 drops for Vision. You lot heard Mayday. That song was over in 2 minutes. Right, let's move on. We have Arib Mahmood with Wrong Place, Wrong Time.
You got a lot to say, and I like to hide away. I bury all my feelings inside. I have anxiety, and you don't even believe that I have a reason to cry. If I have doubts in my head, I should listen. I don't want to regret staying in this for you, 'cause that's what I always do. I can't help that we're just so different. I don't want to regret staying in this for you. Yeah, maybe you're the right person at the wrong time, and maybe I'll find you somewhere in another life. You can't be mine, 'cause it's the wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. 'Cause it's the wrong place, wrong time. try. I know you wanna make it work, and I don't want this to hurt, but we both know that we're not aligned. If I had doubts in my head, I should listen. I don't want to regret staying in this for you, 'cause that's what I always do. I can't help that we're just so different. I don't want to regret staying in this for you. Yeah, maybe you're the right person at the wrong time, and maybe I'll find you somewhere in another life. You can't be mine, 'cause it's the wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. 'Cause it's the wrong place, wrong time. It's the wrong place, wrong time. It's the wrong place, wrong time.
Sick. Love that ARP, by the way. Any of you guys that know our music well know that we're a big fan of ARPs. So I will go off the bat and say that the drops are a lot better than the verses, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. Like, the drops are definitely, you can tell that you've put more effort into learning how to create drops and layers and stuff like that, and they sound good. I do have a few notes for the drops. Little bit more sub and more definition in the high end of like the hats and the rides and whatever other high end drop stuff you've got in there. That can be as simple as like just pushing up the hats a little bit, or EQing, putting like some, like if you had, let's just drag in a hat. Let's just go with that for instance. Right, so if we add an EQ to that, obviously you do your usual, make sure there's no low end in it. But like, you can really bring out some definition in hats if you do like a tight cue like that. It can just really help like your hats sort of poke out in the mix rather than sort of being buried by everything else. But that's my only sort of real critique for the drop. The track in general felt like it was needing some sort of variation, because I mean, you can sort of see from the waveforms here, like build up 2 with the 2 peaks there and stuff like that was the same as build up 1 was the same as build up 2, which can make a track sound kind of repetitive. Same with this part here, going from the drop into verse 2, I felt like that was too long. You could have come in there, or at the latest maybe I would have come in is here. But you could have, I don't know if this will work, but always good to try. Don't crash on me now. If you stretch that out twice as long. Did like a reverb thing on here. With you having the actual track, you can do this a lot better than what I can do. I wouldn't apply it to absolutely everything. Do something like that, mix. So that we'll just come to a complete silence here. Fade that in. That comes in. Just so fades over that. and then come in like it would be more interesting. But there's a different that sort of thing. I would approach that rather than just keep the same four chord progression going. But it's make those changes if you are going to certain elements. Like is it lagging? Or is it just me? It's lagging. I got lag too. God damn. Any Twitch people here know how to sort this out? Are we back? Sweet. I'm guessing everything I said got missed then, yeah? Alright, fuck it. We're moving on. We're moving on. Yeah, sweet. Thank you, Andrew. God damn Twitch. I told you this is the first time, so that there was going to be some problems. It was going to be today. But as long as everyone got the basic idea, and as long as Arib, Mahmood got what I was trying to say, then we're good. Right, let's move on. This is Night Bride. It's okay. Faust remix. Faust is one of our boys from Discord who just also won his latest remix competition. So well done there, mate. Sick chords.
I moved to California in the summertime. I changed my name thinking that it would change my mind. I thought that all my problems, they would stay behind. I was a stick of dynamite and it just was a matter of time. Oh dang, oh my, now I can't hide. Said I knew myself, but I guess I lied. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. If you're lost, we're all a little lost, and it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright,
Absolutely love that. Is that the end of it? Yeah, obviously it's a work in progress, but man, I love that. I didn't really have many critiques. It's not my genre to like, give you genre specific advice, but from what I heard, it sounded really cool. Love the chords. Chords sounded sick. Let me just take one last listen to the drop. Yeah, I've got nothing. Our boy Faust is killing it. Is it? My bad. It's actually Faust. That is my bad, mate. Look, I struggle with my eyesight, so I'm not to blame. Are we still good lag-wise? Yeah, 4V. I wanted to hear more. That's why I was like checking at the end. It would be nice. This is perfect for long. Do you know what? I agree. That's like a sunset sort of song, if you know what I mean. Sweet. We're good. Let's move on then. So we've got Zaif's remix of Alan Walker Heading Home.
I was so insatiable till the lights came on and the stories got old. Now there's no one here I know, and the city outside's not the same anymore. And I remember when we were young, we'd write our names in the sand so carelessly. Then the rain came and yours was gone, and now mine, it stands alone. Nobody sees me now, I'm a one-man show. I'll do this on my own. We knew it all then, now this is all I know. Guess I'm heading home now. Guess I'm heading home now. Guess I'm heading home now. And the music always plays with the sound of our lives and the sweetest escape. And the neighbors would complain, we would turn it up louder. Who cares anyway? 'Cause we remember that we were young. Our lives were grains in the sand, that we made our castles and kingdoms up. Now the waves have torn them down. Nobody sees me now, I'm a one-man show. Guess I'm heading home now. You'll find me, I'll be here. I can see, I can't breathe anymore. But how could we have stayed? You were high on love, I was drunk on the Guess I'm heading home. Guess I'm heading home now. Guess I'm heading home now.
Oh yeah, love that. A couple of the guys in the chat mentioned that this has been already released on Melodic Airwave, so congrats on that. Very well produced track, very like sort of emotional, catchy. Feedback wise, I did notice sort of like one part in the drop which the vocal chop sort of sounded a bit out of pitch, but I may be wrong. Let me just double check on that. There. That section there. That bit there. I don't necessarily know if it's out of pitch or maybe just the wrong note chosen. What you could do is throw an auto tune on there and just make sure that that's locked to the key of your track. It might just be a preference thing. To me, it just caught me off guard when I heard that, because the rest of what I like to do is like not be too. I don't like to, when I'm giving feedback, if something pops out of me, then that's the bit that I see as like needs fixing. The rest of it, because it didn't really strike me as needing fixing, it sounded like a very well produced done track, so that was the only bit for me. But I've just got two more critiques, and these are like preference things. I felt the vocal was too loud coming in on the intro.
I was so insatiable.
I'm not sure if that's because you've had to rip the vocal off YouTube and it's not great quality, or two, the vocal's just too loud in your mix. And two, I felt like it at the start, especially before the drop came in, it felt like it could have been a couple dB faster. Sorry, dB, fucking hell. A couple of BPM faster. But other than that, I thought it was absolutely wicked. And I know the guys in the chat did too. Did you miss yours, Dom? No, mate. I got yours. It's towards the end, though. No shit, Dom. I'm gonna have to do yours next week, mate. Because I went to download yours, but it wasn't a download link. It was a SoundCloud link. I was laughing at Andrew's comment. Put more DVs. Oh shit. That's what I get for oh god. You really can't mess up in there, can you? Thanks for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. Right. So we've got High Altitudes, Melodic Bass Demo. My bad, guys. I'm not sure why this is ending here like this. So I'm just gonna lengthen it out. Get rid of the automation. Just for a sec, so we can carry on. Nice. Sorry about that, but I don't know why that was chopped in half like that. I was probably very tired when I did it. But I love that. That was very emotional. I love the especially the ending. I loved how I'm not even sure what sort of atmosphere layers you had there, but it sounded sick. My critiques would be I would put some more atmosphere in the start, and I'll quickly show you a way you can do that. So this is a subscription-based plugin, but if you can afford it, it's I use it quite a lot. It's called Arcade. Now what you can do is, so you've said that the track is A sharp major. A sharp major is, where the fuck is it? That's B flat major, isn't it? A sharp major, yeah. I told you, music theory is not my thing. You guys are taking feedback from the right person. Alright, let's go for something like this. When I use this plugin, I like to have a little bit of distortion on here and a little bit of shimmer. Decap. Let's drag that back a little bit. And then shimmer. Just because shimmer is like ahead of all of the reverbs when it comes to atmosphere, in my opinion. A little bit of that as well. So what you can do with Arcade, so we've set it to the key of your track, and now Arcade is just full of like sample libraries, and you download them, and they've got all these different. Oh shit! Let's turn it down a little bit. That's. Let's see what else we got. See, stuff like that's absolutely wicked. Let's try it with some of this. But you can hear what a difference it's made already, and there's so many. It's just going to fill your track out a lot more. This is a hard one to really judge at the moment because it seems like a track that would thrive from a vocal. I'm assuming that's what you're trying to accomplish as an end goal, because this seems like it's all very set up to have a vocal over the top. So I would love to re-feedback it once that happens. I felt like these war drums here were quite, they were lacking a lot of power. Now, it would take me a long time to recreate your exact pattern, What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a plugin you can use, which we use in nearly everything, called Action Strikes. Dragging the ensemble. And this plugin is absolutely wicked. So now that we're on C1, we get this pattern here. But like if we went to, say, D sharp 1. So like we could put that. There we go. Now, if you go to like, if you go up, you get different patterns. Now, if you go to a different octave, you also get different sounds. And like that. Now wait till this goes out. Bring it back in. Yeah, wicked plugin. But you could also just do the same thing by like getting some like Cashmere stuff. So Cashmere 3 drums, orchestral drums, mids, lows. All of this stuff is gold. And if you just layer that over your existing pattern and really give it some sort of emphasis on those drums, because those sort of drums are supposed to like bring a lot of rhythm and movement, and when they lack power, they're going to struggle to do that. Drop. So I did this earlier. I created like a little fill here. All it is this. Just because I felt this fill was lacking a lot of power as well. It's quite soft when you bring in this. And all that is that's just that is literally just that. Like a little reverse into it, and then this distorted and little auto void. That sounds cool, but I feel like this just sounds. Little auto boy is doing like a little bit of formant and some drive, so some distortion into more distortion, into OTT. Yeah, I just felt like that sounded a lot more powerful going into the drop. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I like the drop a lot. Again, you'd really benefit from the rides. I'll just drag in the 1 for now just to make a point. Already gives a lot of movement. Yeah, I would just make those points, and I'd love to hear it when all that's done, and hopefully you have a vocal in there. Let's run up the chat. What are we saying? What are we saying? Yeah, it's all good 4V. I'll make you mod after, but to do so, you're gonna have to tell me how to make you mod, because you know I suck at this stuff. Shimmer trick is awesome. Yeah, dude. Literally try and do that with shimmer, and then do it with like a normal reverb, and you'll hear the difference straight up. The fuck is a music theory? I don't know. Oh, you guys couldn't see the arcade window? Shit, man. The distortion a little bit. Ah, fuck. Alright, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Webcam. No, game capture. Edit. Will I change it to like entire screen? Save. Right, I'm sure this is going to be weird as hell, like when I switch to this screen. Right, just just tell me, does this work now? Did I let me load up contact. Can everyone see contact now? All right, sweet. That, I mean, that's going to be a bit weird with the screen shit, but we'll make it work. Cool. Let's carry on. I hope you guys got what I was saying then without being able to show you the stuff. Right, let's listen to, I believe it's pronounced false. Rough. I'm not sure if the track's called Rough or it's just a rough track. Let's get into it. Nice. I'm guessing it's called Rough because it's a rough track. Love the melody, love the drop melody a lot. Like I said, I've had a little bit of look in here earlier, so I felt like it was missing a riser on the build. This riser is so sick. It's one of those risers that just goes on and on forever. And I felt like it was missing a mid bass in the drop, but like one with a lot of movement, not just like a straight up like constant sort of growl, not growl like a mid bass, one that had a bit of like movement to it. And then mimicking the, well, that didn't work. Why has that not worked? Show controlling device. God knows why that's not worked. Yesterday I had it like doing the whole da 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 da. Do you know, it's my own fault for using this LFO thing. I wouldn't even usually do it with this. I was trying to be fancy, guys. I'm sorry. Well, what's everyone saying? Not quite dissonant. Yeah, we can see contact. Sweet. Just 1,000 screens. The Elenium riser. Yeah, his actually is pretty similar, isn't it? I don't think it's the exact same, but it is similar. Maybe that's the velocity that's down. This is supposed to be going crazy. Like, this thing here is supposed to be going like, it's not even letting me move it. Let me unmap it. You son of a bitch. Apologies, guys. It's not going to work today. Oh, hold on. Okay. Can't be sure if that's exactly how I had it yesterday, but let me show you what it sounds like in the drop. Yeah. I would definitely have a layer like that in there. I think it needs a good few layers, to be fair, to really tie it all together. Yeah, it's really lacking some low mid stuff. Sub sounds the right volume, but I really like the change up here in the pattern as well. That's cool. It's unique. But yeah, I'd work on those two, getting some sort of rises and some sort of mid basses in the track. Sick. Right, let's see what everyone's saying before we move on. That's better now. Yeah, I just think it needed some mid stuff, and some rises to bring that hype. Right. So this is Fraud's second song that he wanted us to take a listen to. We just go. Oh shit. Ooh. Yes, fraud. Let me just jump in the chat real quick, see what everyone's saying. That was huge. So emotional. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the updated version. Yeah, it's got a little one next to it. So straight up, I'm just gonna say, like, what I love about your music and everything you've ever sent me is like it's always on the edge, like it's always outside the box. I can tell that you're like someone that likes to experiment, which I think once you get the fundamentals of like the production stuff down, you're gonna be making some serious fucking music, mate. That being said, let's get into some critiquing. Only because, you know, I want you to make the best tracks possible, and in my opinion, I felt like some parts were a bit too long. This, when it came in here, was like, holy shit, where did that come from? So sick. I would have cut that in half though. I would have got rid of that bit and went straight into build. Just my opinion though. I would have done the same with the drop. I'd have only had one drop. In terms of production stuff here, I feel like it should have all been a bit more sidechained to the kick, because the kick's sort of getting a bit, it sounds like it's getting a bit distorted, and also a bit like conflicting with the stuff that's coming in, because I'm imagining you've got a lot of layers coming in there with the growls and the basses and the chords. So either sidechain more, or a new kick that's a little bit shorter but still punchy. Yeah, the kick's super getting like, it's getting cranked, like it's distorting quite too much. What we got? Oh, build up. Snares need to be a bit punchier, like I showed earlier. Maybe just another snare layer in there for more bottom end. The drop I thought was really cool. I was sort of imagining it was going to go to like a dubstep future bass drop, but it didn't. But what I thought would have been like super cool, especially for a live song, would have been if you did what you did there with like the 4/4 thing, but then like switched it up like halfway through the drop, like. And there went into a bit more of a build up, started bringing some snares in and stuff, and then switched everything out and just went to like a crazy sort of dubstep harder drop. But that's just personal opinion. I just know that sort of stuff works really sick live, because I know you've got the dubstep bit at the end as well. But yeah, that's just what I would have loved for it to happen. But it's still really good. Drop's really good. Always killing it with the emotion. I don't know how you do your like atmospheres and stuff, but absolutely wicked. I can tell that you spend a lot of time in that area, and it shows. But yeah, other than I think it's just a personal preference with me. I don't know about you guys, but if it were me, I would make certain sections shorter. I'm all about a shorter song though, so that's totally up to you. That's just how I would approach this. But sick. Let's see what everyone's saying. Yeah, I agree. Labs, that was it. Yeah, I was talking about it before. My track, I'm trying to make a heavy droppers. Course 4V, we got you. Well, you're up now actually, so let's get straight into it. Dude, that's sick. That's really good. Build up's really cool. Love that little guitar bit you got going on the build. Is that even a guitar, or is that a vocal with chop on? Because like we've done it before, it's hard to tell, but that sounds wicked. Right, for the heavy stuff, what I heard straight up, I think you should have like a crash. I'm gonna go for that one. Where does it drop? Crash on every kick and snare. Not necessarily that crash. You'd have to try a good few out to find the perfect one that's really going to fill up that top end. But I mean, you can already hear already. I would also try a ride out as well on every 4. I'm not sure if that is the way to go with this one, but let's try it. Possibly. Definitely need punchier drums. I don't think the drums are like cutting through enough. They're actually good drums. Maybe just 1 or 2 dBs higher, like actual dBs this time, not BPM. But yeah, just bring them up. Drum bus is great for making drums stand out. Like you get a kick. Let me just get a kick real quick. That one's nice. So you've got that kick there. A drum bus to it. You can hear what it's adding already, but we're not gonna keep it as heavy as that though. We're gonna turn the output down a little bit. And you can play with the transient as well here. So that sustains it out a little bit, whereas this way you've got a bit more of a transient kick. already that's doing a lot just with getting the kick right. If you do that with the snare and then you get like your crashes and your rides or hats or whatever in there, in honesty, I think that's just what's missing. Sound design wise, it sounds sick. Sounds like a Nero song. If you guys have ever heard of Nero, there's some time back now, but they're actually the people that got me and Dylan into making dubstep. So if you check out some Nero tracks and reference what they're doing, try like Innocence, or yeah, I'd go Innocence, Nero Innocence. Check out their drop and see sort of what you're missing from there, because that's kind of what it's feeling like to me. Let's check the chat. It's vocal chops. The vocals. We love the Shure SM7B. We've recorded Dylan's last 2 vocals off it. I miss mine. Any recommendations with the structure of the heavy drop, like more basses? I would try out those tips I just said first. Once you've got that in there, you'll know then whether like it's dragging on a little bit too long, and where you need to input some stuff. But I think you need to get the foundation right first, and then try and get like the variations in then, because you're forever going to be trying to think, what can I add bass wise and stuff, and why is it not sounding the way I want it to sound, but you haven't got the foundations right yet. So start with that. I'm happy if you send it back to me, dude. Like, send it back, I'll check it out once you've got those things done. But I think that will be 95% of getting to that next level with that track. Right. So we've got Sahar. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, bud. With Lost Memories. That's cool. Oh shit, that was sick. That was sick. Yo, what's up, K Drew? How you doing, man? God damn, there's not much feedback I can give there because that was sick. Especially that second drop. Holy shit! When that second drop hit, where we at? That fill. What the fuck? God damn, that is crazy. Yeah, there's not much I can say about that. That was wicked. Like, I'm one for like variations and stuff like that. I love them. I love that sort of stuff in tracks, and that kind of had it all. Yeah, that was wicked. Right, the Heat Taka remix.
I've been outside, I've been waiting on you. There ain't no telling what we'll do. I've been cooped up thinking about us too. Don't know if I should make a move. You slip out the door, looking beautiful. Let's find some road to explore. With the windows down, your hair blowing wild, I can't help but smile. The heat of July, the sun falling down. Girl, we own this town. We own this town. Girl, we own this town. Let's go for a drive, just me and you. Down the south side to somewhere new. Spend a lot of time thinking about us too. Don't know if I should get a clue. I slip out the door, sneak into your car. Let's find a place to cars.
Yes, Taka, I love that, mate. That had like kind of had like Griffin vibes for me, which I thought was really sick. Critique wise, this section here, I felt like the vocals get lost a bit. Like sounds fine here,
I've been outside, I've been waiting on you.
but here it gets sort of swallowed.
I've been cooped up thinking about us too.
You could just either increase the volume overall, or you could use a compressor on the vocals. Sorry, squash them a little bit so you sort of tame the dynamics for that section and just bring the overall thing up so they sit on top of the stuff rather than like getting when you get certain words that duck down a little bit, sort of getting swallowed by the rest of the stuff you're introducing.
I've been cooped up thinking about us too. Don't know if I should,
There again,
don't know if I should make a move.
but then it pops back out at like here. So yeah, I think a compressor or just manual gain on the vocals will do it.
With the windows down,
Yeah, it sounds wicked. It sounds like a mix between like Griffin meets Midnight Kids, which is sick. I love Midnight Kids as well, so like this is wicked. Yeah, I'm feeling more Midnight Kids vibes from it, to be fair. Yeah, love it. You should defo finish that off. I heard you say that it's a remix competition now. What's everyone saying in the track? Next left. Oh, that is that is the same snare from San Holo. That's sick. Right. I think that's the end of that, guys. From we'll do it again. We'll definitely do it again. If everyone can submit into like the same thread on Discord, but make sure it's a downloadable link so I can put them in Ableton like this and give you guys feedback real time and show you some production tricks and stuff on the tracks while we do it. Hey, Hoang's in the chat.